Hello, everyone. It's the King, the most absolute of them all. I'm Dylan, and today I got a video about Reality Resort. Yes, it is my first one. You might not have known I like the show, but if you look at my past videos, you know that I like Survivor and Survivor parody cartoon shows. One made off of Big Brother would grab my eye. Now, I'm not a big fan of Big Brother. I've watched a couple minutes of a couple episodes after Survivor aired. I also watched a Dr. Will summary video of his gameplay. I like Dr. Will. He's been on other stuff, but I knew I had to watch this show because it's a total drama inspired show. And as much as total drama is fun, the less serious strategy and kid jokes annoy me. So more serious shows like Disventure Camp and this one I would like better than total drama. But into the uh, episode. I wanted to do a video on the last episode when Annalise was eliminated, but I just couldn't think of a script, so I decided not to. I had other things going on. I saw the trailer days ago and didn't expect it to come out this soon. I don't remember the time in between trailer releases and episodes, but this was a murder mystery episode, and I was pretty confused by the rules. I didn't get at first that the multiple daggers and the reason why you would give a dagger away would be to know who has the other daggers. Before I started the episode, I thought it would be Drew eliminated based purely on the fact he hasn't had much to do. Monica was the first merge boot, and that made sense because her story wasn't that big or interesting. She had like a 2 episode arc of annoying Drew and Isidore, then apologizing after being closed off from them. Annalise provided more in the story, but was a basic third wheel to the Brad and Sarah romance. I thought her friendship with VJ might have expanded into another storyline, but it was just to give her one bond and a bit else to do before the climax of her story with Brad. Drew was similar. He didn't have a story that could continue, but he hasn't done anything at all. So it would be a waste to have him eliminated before doing anything and just bad writing taking him this far. I thought this would be the drop off point for him, but I was wrong. I was shocked when I saw the 3 most important characters outside of VJ and Sarah selected for the challenge elimination. I knew they were doing this because it was time to make things clear and serious about who's going to affect the finale. Now, when I heard they could all be safe, I thought one, all 3 being eliminated would be stupid. Like if this wasn't scripted, you'd be risking a huge boot episode. And second, they are all going to be safe, right? I don't know how many episodes this show is going to be. I was surprised when the merge episodes would be 1 instead of 2. Not sure if there was a change to making these easier, or if that was always the plan. But then they started disagreeing. So one was going. You could easily tell Marcus and Brad were voting differently. Finn was going to be on the winner's side. That's what I thought. But Finn voted wrong. They eliminated 2 people. I have no idea how this season structure works, but 2 eliminations in 1 episode? Is this going to be like Big Brother where 4 people are in the finale? I don't know. I don't get it. They said the finale was approaching, but yeah, it made sense VJ would be the killer, especially after Marcus called him out on trying to let his guard down. He was totally planning something. I thought Brad would be eliminated because it seems his story had finally reached an end with Sarah forgiving him. Though, that was too quick. Marcus and Finn haven't done anything in the last episode, and it seemed they had something building towards something. But I guess that should have been a sign. When you run out of story with an arc, you're probably going to be eliminated soon. It seemed unceremonious to get rid of them both here. I guess Marcus had a good final closing story episode with his closing talk with VJ by the pool. That should have been a sign his story was ending. By the way, I didn't know where to put this. I was not expecting Drew to have put Marcus up for elimination and celebrate his elimination to screw over the script writers. It seemed like a slap right in Marcus's face. I didn't expect it because Drew had a bond that Marcus didn't think much of. They could have done something to have Drew realize Marcus wasn't as into him and feel betrayed, or give a better reason as to why he was more than okay with it. Or he could have been mad that Marcus was talking to Finn. It seemed like that was an underlying thing, but if that's the reason, then they need to make that clear. But I guess he just really wanted to screw over the writers. He kind of screwed over the audience by getting rid of the 2 biggest story guys here. Drew did ruin what the showmakers would have wanted, being a more firm and resolute conclusion of Finn and Marcus. I kind of would have liked if Marcus took into consideration Drew thinking of him as his foster reality dad, like he said before, and believed Drew wouldn't put him in this situation, then be wrong. I got a sense that might be the case, but it wasn't brought up. But back to what I was saying about Marcus and Finn's eliminations. Finn was just anticlimactic. He did nothing leading to this. But I guess he was a secondary character to Brad, so he had to go. Secondary characters can't be in the episodes leading up to the finale. It makes sense he'd vote VJ, even if not much was explained. He didn't trust him, and he would make Olive a clown to spite her. But who wouldn't, I guess? But nothing came of him being told VJ also had a hand in his friend's elimination. So wasted. I wish Marcus and Finn deciding to no longer go after each other and settle things actually went somewhere other than both being eliminated, kind of on good terms. Maybe it will be followed up on down the road. It is my guess both Marcus and Finn are in the Reality Resort fourth and final series, where 5 characters from each of the previous series will be in it. Marcus has a downfall into the rise of a possible winner story. I think he could win or make the final 2 and be a final stumbling block after already kind of getting a win before actually losing the money. Kind of like my prediction, Spencer will get the win over Sam, but end up losing in the finals as the final roadblock for Nura. Finn has less of a story to come back. I mainly think he's coming back because they could do something with Finn actually wanting to work with Marcus since they made up. He won't know too many people in the new season, so he's got to get close to and work with the people he knows. Finn feels like they need to show something with him after getting over his breakup with his girl. I know him getting over her when she wants him back is the conclusion to the story. I just feel like they need to do something after that. A full circle where he's moved on to someone else, maybe Marcus. Ooh, I feel like he would be a mid-merger, maybe a 10th placer in that show. As for the other 3 spots, one will go to Annalise or Monica. Even though Monica has a completed story with her realizing she can't fix her relationship with her kids by using reality shows, I just feel like there is a small, quick story they can do to give a conclusion to her actually getting better with her kids. She could be eliminated quickly. Annalise probably won't come back, but she's a personal favorite. I feel like she needs a story about not just being Brad's side girl. That's probably not the correct wording. I feel like they could make her a winner, or try real hard at least. She could make top 5 before a ceremonial exit. As for the remaining 7 players on who could return, I feel like at this point they've made it far enough in this season. They have a full arc and don't need to expand on them in a second season. 2 more probably will come back. I think Isidore is an option. Just by the way, I'm confused by her relationship with Sarah. She gave her mesmerized eyes like she felt something for Sarah, but hasn't shown interest in that way, and now just feels disappointed she can't be like her. I feel like she needs a story point of doing something to Brad because Sarah shouldn't get back with him. Sarah would be mad, making Isidore feel regretful and go after her, wanting Sarah to not distance herself from her. But they would probably just make Isidore oppositional, like Brad deserved it and Sarah needs to listen to her. I think she has winner potential, but is kind of a secondary character like Finn, so she probably goes next. Or Drew goes next. At first, I thought maybe they're gonna make Drew the new villain and threat after his big moment and move, but then I thought, that's Drew, and it would be more in story for him to be confident then drop down and be eliminated in the episode immediately following it. The problem is they have to see him as a threat and put him up on the block, and everyone is mostly indifferent to him. So he could legitimately stay to be a problem or just be the joke next gone elimination. I don't know. Brad and Sarah have the biggest winners edits, more Brad, but they can't end on him winning. That wouldn't be right. I feel like Sarah could offer a good came up short story, but she does seem more likely to win as the good guy of the season, even though she's not overly the main character like Brad. I'm not sure where they're taking Topaz's story. Probably going to have beef with Brad for spying. I didn't mention it, but I hate story points where someone just spies on someone else and conveniently finds out good information. Not everyone is Tony Vlachos. Maybe I'd like it better if they set up Brad as a spy and not just found her while walking. Though, I guess they did set up him staying up late. My prediction, Sarah wins and Isidore is eliminated next episode after doing something with the two the next episode, but I have no idea what. Oh, by the way, I said I didn't know how many more episodes there would be, but I just remembered they literally said 3 more episodes. So I guess there will be more double eliminations. But that's it. I'm done. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.